Hi, Jim Jordan here, and my question for you today is, are you ready to handle objections? Ready to handle objections. So what do you do when you get an objection on a sales call, or maybe you're trying to list a home or working with a buyer? How do you handle objections? Well, the first thing that you should do when you get an objection is that you should breathe a sigh of relief, because it's good news. People that are interested will come up with objections. People that aren't interested tend to not respond at all. So objections are a good thing. So breathe a sigh of relief that you've gotten an objection. And then the second thing that you do is that you cushion it. And you can cushion any objection by just simply responding and repeating the objection back to them to let them know that you did hear them properly. So you just simply rephrase and repeat the objection back to the person to make sure that you heard it correctly. And during that period of time, you can be thinking about how you're going to handle the objection. So there are 3 or 5 techniques that you can use, and they're described by the acrostic READY. So you can always remember this by remembering READY. The first way to handle an objection is to reverse it. You can make the objection the very reason that they should do whatever you're asking them to do. Let's say, for instance, that you get an objection from a home seller about listing their home at this time of year when there's snow on the ground. You can just simply reverse that objection and let them know this is the best time of year to sell your house because there's less competition at this time of year. There's not as many houses listed at this time of year, and so people that are looking for homes don't have as many to choose from, and that means you have less competition. So you can reverse it, make it the very reason that they should do what you've asked them to do. The second is you can explain. You can explain why it's not really an objection. I encountered this one time when I was talking with a buyer, and I asked them if I could be their buyer's agent, and their response was no, they couldn't afford a buyer's agent. And it was a misunderstanding on their part. They thought that they had to pay for the services of a buyer's agent instead of understanding that those services come for free to buyers. And so I just simply explained that. So you can explain an objection if they just simply have the wrong information. The A stands for admit. You can admit that that is an objection. An example of this might be where someone says, your commission is higher than other real estate agencies that I've seen or that I've talked with. And so you can admit it. If your commission is higher, you can admit it, and then you go on to explain why your commission is higher, or why you're going to do a better job for them even though your commission is higher. So admitting it is one way of handling an objection, and again, you kind of make that a plus for your side of trying to show them where you're better. You can also deny it, and this is where the person has incorrect information. Maybe they've heard something about your company, and they've heard something that maybe your marketing plan isn't as good. In other words, it's not something that is true. It's an untruth. So you could just simply say that is simply not true. That's just simply not the case. And so you can deny it. And the last way to handle an objection is to ask why. Okay? Why is that an objection? And this is used most often when it's not clear to you what they're objecting to. And so you can ask, why is that an objection? Why is that important to you? And how does that affect the decision that you need to make? So these are just some quick and easy techniques, easy to remember, ways to handle objections. Remember, the first step, breathe a sigh of relief. Second step is cushion the objection by briefly restating what the objection is in your own words, and then use one of these 5 ways to handle that objection. Reverse it, explain it, admit it, deny it, or ask why. If you do those things, then you're ready to handle any objection that you might encounter. I hope you have a great day, and I wish you the best of luck in handling objections.